guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is kind of like a slightly different video. Recently, just on my Twitter and just my general feeds on social media, I'm seeing a lot of drama, and I wouldn't normally like speak about it or like comment on it, but it was just because a lot of the terms thrown around were saying everyone, like everyone's fake, everyone, and I'm thinking, no, they're not. So as someone that is part of the beauty industry and the beauty community, I just wanted to give my insights on it and love what's going on and my honest opinions about all sorts of stuff. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on Twitter. By the way, when this video goes up, I'm currently in Los Angeles, so make sure you are following me on my socials to keep up with what I'm doing. I didn't want this video to be about makeup or anything like that, hence the bare face. I just wanted to answer your questions and give you guys a little bit of insight, because I don't think it's fair for like a few big people's opinions to reflect on everyone, and then you feel like because of some drama that's going on one side, it's all the same that goes on the other side, if you know what I mean. So I asked you guys to send me in your questions. I'm not going to be reading people's names out because I kind of just asked you guys to ask me these questions so I could kind of go off on what you guys had to say. So I'm just gonna scroll down to the bottom of the list and just go through them one by one. So someone asked, have you ever worked with an influencer that you didn't like in the first place or didn't like them when you met them? So I always think when it comes to work, you've got to keep it professional because this is your work. If you were in an office, it's no different. If you were paired with someone that you didn't like, you would just have to suck it up and do it, because at the end of the day, you want to do well, and if that means you have to work with someone that you don't like to be able to do well, you just have to do it. Fortunately, on all the brand work that I've done, a lot of it is on my own, in the sense that I work from home and brand content and all that kind of stuff. But all of the campaigns that I have worked for, I have loved every person that I've done it with. I've definitely surrounded myself with real positive people, and a lot of the people that I'm close with is because we've worked together on campaigns. So yeah, to answer that question, no, I've never worked with anyone that I don't like or had an opinion changed from working with them, etc. Someone said, can you please explain the beef that's going on in the YouTube beauty community at the moment? Not to stir anything up, but I feel like it's hella confusing for so many viewers now, and it feels hard to watch videos because you feel like you can't keep up. And sometimes with the beef, it makes you question whether you should be trusting YouTubers you watch. Hopefully by clearing up some of the beef, it stops us worrying that all/majority of YouTubers are fake and hard to trust. This is kind of the reason why I made this video, because that's exactly what I don't want to happen. I don't want you guys seeing friendships fall apart and then you think, oh my god, does that mean that's going to happen with other people, and the way that they're going about it and what's happening to them, does that go on over here, that kind of thing. I don't really want to particularly name names or name the drama because it's not my thing to speak on, but without promoting these channels, there are tea spilling channels that have commented on them. It's not necessarily happening in the UK. I will just say that it's more the US influencers. Whenever I come on Twitter and stuff, there's something like going on. But the annoying thing is, everything in America is bigger. That's just like a known fact. All of the influencers in America, all the ones that you probably watch, have just such an incredibly large following, such a huge platform, and therefore anything that they do or that goes on for them, unfortunately for them, is just so much bigger, and like the scale of it is so much bigger. Like if I fell out with someone, you probably wouldn't even know about it, and it probably wouldn't even be commented on. Whereas for them, they have millions and millions of people watching them that want to know, that get so engaged with their friendships that when something does happen, everyone is suddenly a detective and they know it. And I can't imagine what that feels like to have people like millions of people commenting on your friendships and telling you who you should and shouldn't be friends with, people speculating all sorts, and it's like you want to just be completely honest and say this is what's going on, blah 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 blah, but there needs to be a line. But the one thing that does upset me is the fact that these people that are having the drama, they are adults, a lot older than me. I think I'm 21, and I feel like a lot of the dramas going on is like with grown people, but they almost have to, like, the way that they act and stuff has to be kind of toned down in a way that's understandable for their audience, which is very young. So it's really hard, because if they weren't in the public eye or anything like that, they probably wouldn't deal with certain situations the way that things are going on. And if Twitter wasn't a thing and liking tweets wasn't a thing, just little things like that that would start drama and stir the pot, like that stuff wouldn't be going on. But we live in such a young generation of like technology and all that kind of stuff, and people like younger and younger getting into the online world and stuff. It gets a lot, you know. And the thing is, when it comes to trusting these YouTubers and stuff, it's again hard to tell unless they told you exactly what was going on. So you have to make that decision for yourself. Obviously there'll be rumors going around that so and so used so and so for this and so used so and so for that, so you think, oh my god, if they can use and fake friendships, then what else are they faking to me, whether it be their opinion on a product and all that kind of stuff. So I totally understand why you would question it, but again, you just have to think, if you really love that person and you've been following them from the beginning and you've bought things from them in the past and all that kind of stuff, and you trust their opinion, the fact that they've fallen out with someone shouldn't affect that, if that makes sense. Friendships and business, that's why people say you shouldn't really mix them together, because they are totally different things. So I feel like if you've been following someone from the beginning, you should be able to trust them. Friendships come and go, but your loyalty should always remain. Someone said to me, do you think YouTube in the beauty industry is a good job career? This is a really, really hard one, in the sense that I think 100% yes. This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am so blessed that this is my full-time job, and creating content that you guys love, whether it be makeup tutorials and all that stuff, and I can get paid to do this, and you guys are loving it and I'm loving it. Like, that seems like a dream world, right? But there is just so much more to it, if that makes sense. It isn't your classic 9 to 5 job. I could be just about to go to sleep and it's like 11 p.m. and I've got a brand campaign with an American brand, and then they suddenly message me because of the time difference that I have to do something. I can't just go, I'm not working, so I'll just do it in the morning, because there isn't really like a schedule. You just kind of have to do things there and then, as when people need it. There's a lot of going back and forth in this industry. There's a lot of brand campaigns that fall through, so you could be promised a whole ton of money and it just gets dragged away from you like that, and then you're thinking, shit, how the hell am I going to be paying for something this month when that's just happened? Do you know what I mean? So it's hard. It's the best industry if things work out for you and you become successful and you become big enough that it can become your career. You're making enough money and people want to work with you. That's when it's great. But sometimes I get scared when you have to be so thick-skinned. Like, if you're kind of person that if someone said something to you that was kind of a little bit harsh and it upsets you for like a few days and you really hold on to it, I wouldn't recommend even trying. I would 100% just stick to creating makeup looks and videos as your hobby, because once you make this your full-time career, I'm assuming you're at a level where your following is big enough and all that stuff, you are going to get a lot of negative comments. Not everyone is going to like you, and when it comes to your day-to-day life without a big following, that doesn't really matter to you so much. You don't hear what everyone says about you. But this is literally, you could post a picture of your makeup and someone says you look fucking shit, and then the next comment and the next comment, and when you have millions and millions of people watching you, that's like thousands of like people that might not like you if you think of it like that. There's so many pros, but there is cons. Same for like most jobs, but I feel in this industry it's just on a lot of a bigger, more competitive scale. Competition in this industry is also a big thing, so if you can't handle that people might grow faster than you and you might be stuck in the same position for ages, someone that you're really good friends with, his engagement is 10 times better than yours, you can't let that get into your head and affect your friendships, because that's when you'll fall out and that's when you'll start driving yourself literally insane. Being on social media as a full-time job, you don't stop. Sometimes you're on your phone constantly, and that can affect your friendships in real life with people that don't understand it. If you're always sat there doing something, in your eyes you feel like you're not really doing anything, you're just talking with the people that follow you and blah blah blah. But for someone that's sat opposite you, that's like your real life friend, and they just want to talk to you and you're just going yeah, they're gonna start to get pissed off at you. I know for a fact that's happened to me in my real life, people getting pissed off at me being on my phone all the time, but that's something that I'm trying to stop. But yeah, I do think it is a good career if you enjoy the creative side of it, you love creating content, being like talking to a camera, and you feel confident, and you love technology and the social side of it, and you love meeting new people, then 100% this is a great job to maybe try and get into. But if you're quite thin-skinned, you can't handle criticism, you can't deal with the non-certainty of deadlines and that kind of thing, then I probably wouldn't recommend it. But I would 100% say, if you're thinking about it, go for it, because like, what's the worst that could happen? Someone said to me, what are some of the things that annoy you most about the industry? I think what annoys me most is that a lot of people get put into the same category, which is kind of what spurred me to do this video, is just because some people saying like someone's fake, da 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 da, everyone you gotta watch your back, da da da, like that's not applied to everyone. I feel the UK and the US are kind of different. There's really not that much drama in the UK that I'm part of or that I'm aware of. Take it upon myself to surround myself with positive people that are similar to me, and I feel like I can be myself around. So yeah, I think that annoys me the most, that when one person says something, like you instantly think it applies to everyone. That's not true. But then on another side, what annoys me about the beauty industry is kind of when people jump on the bandwagon that you like, people are like expected to be friends just because we do the same thing. Like, no, that doesn't, like, that's not really how it is. Just because you might watch me and I'm like your favorite person to watch, and then you watch somebody else and they're your favorite person to watch, and like you think we should therefore be friends. I'm not gonna force myself to be friends with anyone, but I would say I'm quite a friendly person. I'm totally open to talking to everyone, and it makes me really smile when people tweet me and say, oh my god, da 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 and da da da, you're at the same event, like do a video and da da da, but then you wouldn't know that people might not get on, you know? So that's the kind of two things that annoy me. One, when people put one person's drama and categorize it and apply it to everyone. No. And two, when people expect two people to be friends just because they do the same thing. And also three, when people think that paid content is paid content and that's all it is. It's not my real opinion or anything like that. I wouldn't accept the paid content if I didn't want to do it. And majority of the time, you guys follow me, you know the paid stuff that I do this with, like Maybelline and Sleek and L'Oreal or something like that, and they are all brands that I regularly use. Therefore, why, one, would I turn it down because it's like an actual dream come true that a brand that I freaking love wants to pay me to do something? And two, so then why would I lie about it? I'm already using it, therefore, like, what's the lie, you know? So those three things annoy me. Anyways, someone said, have you ever been betrayed by someone or had any two-faced encounters? If so, what were they like? Yes, not betrayed, but I've definitely had some two-faced encounters before. Literally, as like what it says on the tin, like someone's been completely nice to my face, been like, oh babe, it's fine, da 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 da, and then gone behind my back and just like twisted my words or like said something totally different. I've definitely had that before, and it's like come back to me, you know, you just think, what? Like, where did you get that from? Why did you do that? And honestly, but that's the kind of thing. So I'm the kind of person where like I just have to think to myself, okay, I don't see you every day, I don't talk to you every day, things like that, and you meet people at events and shit like this happens. I just think to myself, you're not part of my everyday life, so the situation you're now creating, if it's really not that big of a deal, I don't care. I'm not like really gonna hold it against you, I'll be wary of it in the future, but really, I'll see the bigger picture. Like, life's too short to hold on to things. I love people that you can just move on with. You know, like you have a little tickle about something, you talk about it, and you move on. They're like my favorite kind of people because that's how the world's gonna go round. But I've never been betrayed by anyone. Ooh. Someone said, how do you feel about the major change in the YouTube beauty community now compared to how it used to be when it was genuine girls/guys doing it for fun, not to be known? This is what's making me really upset at the moment, because I'm sure you're fully aware the videos that are doing well on YouTube are clickbait, and it's more reviews, it's more like worth the hype, it's more those kind of things. The old school makeup tutorials that made these people get so big, and that's definitely what made me get my following, was makeup tutorials, just the bog standard makeup tutorials where you watch someone transform and just glam and just, I miss them so much. I don't give a shit about these like clickbait videos because I'm watching it for 30 seconds and you've shown me the thing that was in your thumbnail and that was it. Do you know what I mean? I miss the authentic growth from just your own talent. So it really upsets me because this then makes engagement people go down because YouTube are promoting those kind of videos and you guys are getting sucked into like, oh my god, the worst foundation ever, and it's only bad because they just didn't apply a primer right, or they just did it really thickly, or they did it to deliberately make it look bad. Like, is that really what you want to be watching? That's not what I want to watch. I want to watch genuine yeah, I want to watch genuine people create art on their face and show me these amazing products that they're using. Sure, if you use a product and it's bad and you don't want people to buy it and you want to do a video on it, then like do a video on it. But like, do you really have to be up against the thumbnail and all this kind of stuff? Like, why has that become what everyone wants to watch? I'm so like confused. And the annoying thing is, if you want to grow, you have to go with what's popular. But like, a part of me just really doesn't want to do that. But you'll notice my channel has at least 500,000 of you guys here, which I'm so grateful for. But some people have 500,000 and they get like 100,000 views on each video. That's a fifth of their audience engaged. I get like 25 to 50,000 views on a video. That's like a tenth and below. And it makes me like sad, because I think, what, like, am I gonna have to start doing these videos in order to get you guys engaged and to grow with me and to get more people to come to my channel? I want to stay authentic, but you just, I don't know, it does make me sad, and it can be kind of discouraging, and I miss the old videos that I used to watch from some of my favorite people that now don't do those kind of videos anymore. Sorry, that was really like an aggressive few minutes. But anyway, someone said, do you think people who review their friends' new beauty products are being genuine about their impressions? I would hope so. I know if my friend created a product and they sent it to me and I tried it and I didn't really like it, if they were my friend, I just wouldn't do the video. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, like, I probably wouldn't, I don't know if I'd say anything. I'd want to give them like constructive criticism and stuff, but I just wouldn't do a video on it, because then that would, and especially if it was a negative one, because then that would just go to show that I was literally just doing it to get views. Do you know what I mean? Because you think they're my friend, but I'm about to slag off their product. Like, so it depends. If it's like a negative review on their friend's thing, depending on the scale of it, then maybe like I would more believe their opinion on the product rather than their friendship. But no, if it's a positive one and they're their friend, by all means I would believe it. They're doing it on camera, so you can kind of see for yourself. So yeah, I would hope that if they were filming with it and their opinion was positive, that would be because they genuinely enjoy the product and that person is their friend. Someone said, do you ever feel pressured to put out more videos to keep up with other beauty influencers, as in less quality, more in quantity? Love you too. That's kind of what I was going to before. It's not necessarily like more content, but it's more just like what content. Like, I don't know. Like, I started my channel like 2 years ago, and at one point I was gaining like 10,000 subscribers a week, like growing so quickly, and now more and more people are doing it and the content is completely different and everyone's gone in a completely different direction. The people that were going up are kind of now not. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard. You really do, if you want to grow, you need to follow the trends, I guess, but it's hard when you just want to stick to doing what you're doing. I hope you guys like understand what I mean. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this. Have you ever felt insecure either when you first started at any point due to the pressures of social beauty standards? 100% yes, especially when you go on influencer trips. Oh my god, I can't explain the anxiety that I get if it's in the summer and like I get invited to go on a trip and it means being in a bikini and like all of that kind of stuff, and surrounded by these girls that are like absolutely like model material just makes you feel really insecure sometimes. Oh my god, I've actually got like, not like a tear in my eye, but I'm just getting really like passionate about this video. Yeah, obviously you're staring at yourself in a mirror like so many hours of the day, whether if it's just filming or you're doing makeup or whatever, and it's so hard not to pick out the insecurities in yourself. And like when, oh my god, sorry. And when you get comments all the time saying you should do this, you should do that, like it is really hard. And like, yeah, if anything, this industry makes you feel 10 times more insecure than you were already, because you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people feeling that they're entitled to their opinion on you, and you just kind of have to sweep it under the rug. But it is hard sometimes, like, obviously. Thoughts on influencers buying views, likes on Insta. Do you know anyone who does this? I don't know anyone like personally. I think I know how to tell, because obviously they might have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, and then they post a video and it only gets like 20,000 views. You have 500,000 followers and what, only 20,000 people are seeing it? Like, there's either the Instagram algorithm, I know it is kind of fucked, but like it must be really fucked, or they're not really your followers and that's just a number that's being shown. It's not real people that care and that are engaging with you. So that's kind of how you can tell. It's the same with pictures. If someone's buying likes and there's like 20,000 likes on a picture, and then it's like 20 comments. That doesn't make sense. And I think that is fake, because if a brand is kind of, unfortunately, a lot of brands do just look at your numbers and they think, yes, them, want to work with them, they've got the look, they've got the following, done. And then I'm like working with them too, and we're getting paid the same amount. Why the hell's that fair? They paid for their following, I grew mine authentically, but we're getting paid the same. What? So that kind of thing like does piss me off, but no, I don't know anyone personally that does that. Someone said, is there anyone you don't like in the beauty industry? Are there any girls who are the complete opposite in person as opposed to their videos? Name and shame, hun. I'm not gonna name and shame because I feel like that's almost a form of bullying. But is there anyone that I don't like in the beauty industry? Yeah. Are there any girls who are complete opposite in person as opposed to their videos? Yeah, a lot of people do. This is the thing. You meet, when it's just me and a camera, I could be like, but because I'm on my own and I'm not around other people, I'm not being embarrassed by something, there's not other factors affecting me, and therefore when you're put in a situation where there's loads of people around you, but you're very loud on camera, and then yeah, you meet and you are surrounded by other people in person and you're just like, hi. That's totally normal, but then that would then imply that you are totally different on camera than you are in real life. And I've had that a few times where I've met people where they're very loud and whatever on camera, and then you meet them in real life and it's very... and it's just like, okay, like, I'm wanting to go up to you and be like, oh my god, hi, and I'm thinking you're going to reciprocate, and then you don't, and then I'm there like, great. I feel embarrassed now. And then it can be because of that I've realised, okay, maybe we're just not gonna get on. You're not the person I thought you were, and that doesn't matter. I'm sure they don't give a shit about my opinion. I'm planning to keep my opinion to myself. I'll just keep a mental note like, okay, we're not meant to get on. And then there's some people that just choose to dislike you, but like not tell you about it, and but then take it upon themselves to tell other people that they don't get on with you, and so you're just kind of left in the dark. You're trying to reach out to them and they're ignoring you, and you're thinking like, what have I done, or anything like that. And they are the worst kind of people. They're the ones that I don't trust, especially if it's happening to me and like you've implied that you're my friend, and then I try and talk to you and you completely blank me or something like that, and then you're telling other people that you don't like me. That's school behavior. That's really, really petty, and that's just nothing that I can get on board with. And so that's fine, because we don't see each other all the time or anything like that. I don't care. I'm just gonna take that on board. You don't talk to me, fine, we'll leave it like that. You have to grow up quite quickly in this industry. That's the last thing I'll say before we wrap this video up. You're forced to grow up quickly, whether it comes to dealing with money, your finances, people's behavior. You have to adjust very quickly and understand that not everyone's mind works the way that yours does, and as soon as you do that, the happier and more content you'll be. And you can apply that to your everyday life too. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys found it interesting and enjoyed my opinions on current situations and my own situations and just your general queries and questions. Give this video a thumbs up if you did and you like these kind of sit down, chatty, honest, minimal makeup videos, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and other videos like this if you want me to do like certain topics. Let me know. But I'm sure, as you guys have been seeing from my socials, I'm having the best time in LA at the moment. I'm sure of it. So yeah, like I said, make sure you're following me on my socials to keep up with what I'm doing. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!